Hello Charwell English students, it's Mr Bolter here. I'm just simply going to talk you through in this film the English exam paper. It's not the exact one that you'll do in your exam, obviously. It's probably one that you may well have seen in class, but my intention is just to talk you through it so you're clear about what to expect from the exam, and this applies to your mock exam or your real exam, whether you're doing it in January or you're doing it in June. Right, so this is what it looks like. This is the front. As you can see, it's 2¼ hours long. This is the January 2011 one. Some basic information on the front, and you'll also have, which I'm not going to show you here, but you've also got an insert, which is the 3 texts that you're given to read. Okay, I'll keep going down here. So, first of all, you get to section A, reading. It says answer all the questions in this section, which isn't the same as the writing section. That's only, which I'll do on a different film actually. This is important. You're advised to spend 1 hour on this section. Do not spend more than that, because then you're not going to have time to get all the marks from the writing section. And very commonly people do this wrong, in the sense that they spend an hour and a half on the reading and don't give themselves enough time to do the writing. Remember, it's in some ways it's easier to pick up marks on the writing, so give yourself time to do it. Now, on a similar theme, the first question will ask you to find some information. So here, it's list 4 things that we learned from this article about healthier school dinners. You've only got 4 little gaps to put it in. Advice there is just do it as simply as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get the points as quickly as you can. Don't write really massive, great big long sentences here. You're just trying to find facts because you haven't got time. Sometimes people feel they need to write lots early on in the exam because they just want to show that they're keen or they're motivated, but it's a lot about exam technique. Okay, moving on to question 2. In this case, it's what was Jamie Oliver's reaction to his research, and there's 4 marks available. This second question is going to ask you to kind of work something out from the text. It's not so much just finding information like this one, like 4 facts or whatever. It's working out from what it says something a bit more kind of subtle, something where you have to read between the lines a little bit. What was his reaction to the research? And you try and give, probably using PEE there, using quotations to prove your points. That's that one then. Then you go on to a similar-ish sort of question, but maybe a little bit more complicated and a bit longer. What reasons are given to persuade the reader to sponsor a girl from this charity web page? Look at the fact that's worth 8 marks, the previous one's worth 4, so obviously you're going to write more for that one, but also keep an eye on the time, because you're still only a short way into the exam here and you've got bigger questions to come. You don't have to fill in all of this, by the way. The fact that it gives you this space to write in, you don't have to fill it all, but sort of aim to have quite a lot. They reckon just over a minute a mark. Aim to spend just over a minute a mark. So that would be, if you spend 10 minutes on that question, that would be plenty. Okay, but again, so you're spending a maximum of 5 minutes on these earlier questions. Right, moving on then to the slightly harder stuff, I think. It goes on to look at this advice leaflet, getting on with your teenager, and then it'll be this style of question. How does the writer use language to achieve a certain point? So it says here, how does the writer use language to inform and to advise? Well, you might get it, how does the writer use language to describe or to persuade or something else? That's where your PEE comes in, and that's where your language techniques come in, using the sheets. We'll make another, I think I've made another video that's on the Charwell Online thing about writing about language and how you do that. Similarly, this final question, also worth 12 marks, so what, you're looking to spend probably 15 minutes on this, maybe slightly longer, but no, about 15 minutes. Look at all 3 sources, choose 2 of the sources, so you choose 2 out of the 3, and compare the presentational features. That's what the text look like, things like font styles, colour, use of image. Again, there's a sheet about that that's really useful. See your teacher if you haven't got it. I've chosen source this and this, 12 marks. Remember to write about the way they're presented and compare. So you've got to make sure you're using words like similarly, in contrast, showing your examiner that you're comparing the similarities and differences between the 2 texts. Right, I'm running out of time, so thank you very much.